Good morning. I think it's finally spring. We're getting there. A little bit of sun today. We had snowmen 2 days ago, a little bit of sun today. So we're going to start our practice today by welcoming B, who is going to lead us in Qigong practice.
Good morning. Still trying to figure out technology. I should know, I'm a millennial. Let's stand, please. Let's begin with our feet shoulder width apart. You'll soften the knees, relax the shoulders. Imagine yourself being hung by a spider's thread, just at the top of your head. All right, well today I'd like to bring us into a cool, beautiful lagoon, and we're going to start swimming. We're going to swim in this lagoon. I'm in a glacial lagoon. And you can rest your arms. All right, similarly, let's bring our arms up to about waist height, so they're resting on top of that water. And we're going to begin to shift our weight from one side to the other, just making ripples in that water. Nice, easy, intentional, flowing movements, shifting the weight from one side to the other.
Of nature and the universe. I bow in gratitude to the grace of parents, honoring the beneficence from parents, ancestors, and all those who have had a nurturing role in my life. I bow in gratitude to the grace of fellow beings, recognizing the truth of interconnectedness. I bow in gratitude to the grace of laws which guides us, protects us, and promotes justice. Now please take a moment to, with your beautiful smiles, to turn to your neighbor Buddhas and say hello and good morning. When you're done, please be seated. Oops, excuse me. Take a moment to adjust your seat and find a comfortable position. So you can close your eyes. Or allow your gaze to soften and look at the floor 4 feet in front of you. Breathe in and grab all your tension and breathe it out. Opening up your heart and chest Stretch up tall and align your spine from your neck to your tailbone. Dropping your shoulders and arms and allowing your hands to rest gently on your knees. Bring your attention to your breath. And as you exhale, release all of your mental and physical tension. Allowing your awareness to abide in your chi energy field, which is called the Danjan. And this is located about 2 inches below your navel. This is the power field. When thoughts arise in the mind, just allow them to come and go naturally. Simply bring your focus back to your breathing without reacting to or playing with those thoughts. They are just thoughts and they will disappear by themselves. And remember to keep bringing your awareness back to your Danjan breathing center. We are grateful to sit quietly together, finding the still point within. May we be here now, aware of our ever calm and alert spirit. Now please open your booklets to page 3 so we can chant the JungHyun, the spiritual prayer chant, led by John Delicante.
JungHyun 천지 연기 아심정 만사여의 아심정 천지여와 동일체하여 천지동심정 천지 연기 아심정 만사여의 아심정 천지여와 동일체하여 천지동심정 천지연기 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 아심정 만사여의 아심정 천지여와 동일체하여 천지동심정.
Now please bring your palms together, and as one heart and one mind, let us read the prayer for world peace. Grace of heaven and earth,
Grace of parents, grace of fellow beings, grace of laws. O Dharmakaya, Buddha fourfold grace, may we take refuge in Dharma and be filled with compassion and wisdom. May we transform delusion into wisdom, greed into generosity, resentment into gratitude, discord into harmony, hatred into compassion. May all nations grow and benefit mutually. May the strong help the weak, and may the weak learn and evolve according to Dharma. May all those who have died from world conflicts and disasters be delivered through all obstacles and be at rest. May there be peace throughout the world, and may all beings enjoy tranquility and happiness, living in their original true nature. This we pray with our whole hearts.
Please open up your booklets to page 4 and 5 to chant the Ilwan Song Vow and the Heart Sutra.
Ilwan Song Vow. Ilwan is the realm of samadhi beyond words and speech, the gateway of birth and death, transcending being and non-being, the origin of heaven and earth, parents, fellow beings and laws, the true nature of all Buddhas, enlightened masters, unenlightened people, and sentient beings. Ilwan manifests as both permanence and impermanence, viewed as permanence. Ilwan unfolds into an infinite world that is ever abiding, spontaneous, just as it is, viewed as impermanence. Ilwan unfolds into infinite worlds through the cycle of formation, duration, decay, and extinction of the universe, the birth, aging, illness, and death of all beings, according to how we use our minds and bodies in the four forms of birth. We transform through the 6 realms of existence, progressing or regressing, grace arising from harm or harm from grace. Therefore, unawakened beings vow to practice wholeheartedly, modeling ourselves after Ilwantong, the Dharmakaya Buddha, cultivating our minds and bodies deeply in human affairs and universal principles thoroughly, using our minds and bodies skillfully, thus progressing rather than regressing, and receiving grace rather than harm, till we attain the great empowerment of Ilwan, become one with the nature of Ilwan. Heart Sutra. The Bodhisattva of great compassion, when deeply practicing Prajnaparamita, realized that all 5 aggregates are empty, thus became free from all suffering and distress. So Shariputra does not differ from emptiness. Emptiness does not differ from form. Form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. The same is true of sensations, perceptions, impulses, and consciousness. Shariputra, all dharmas are empty. They do not appear or disappear, are not tainted or pure, not increase or decrease in emptiness. No form, no sensations, perceptions, no impulses, no consciousness. Eyes, no ears, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, object of mind, no realm of eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, or mind consciousness. Ignorance, no extinction of ignorance, no old age and death, nor extinction of suffering, no cause of suffering, cessation of suffering, no path, no wisdom, no attainment, with nothing to attain. Bodhisattva relies on Prajnaparamita, for the mind has no hindrance. Without any hindrance, no fears exist. From delusion one dwells in nirvana. Buddhas of the past, present, and future rely on Prajnaparamita and attain supreme enlightenment. For know that Prajnaparamita is the great mantra, the great enlightening mantra, is the unsurpassed and unequaled mantra, which is able to eliminate all suffering. Is true, not false, so proclaim the Prajnaparamita mantra, which far beyond now awaken. Gate, Parasamgate, Bodhisvaha. Gate, Parasamgate, Bodhisvaha. Gate, Paragate, Parasamgate, Bodhisvaha.
So take a moment to stretch your body and find a comfortable position. Take a moment to smile, relax. Let's just lift our arms up and stretch high. Stretch to one side and the other side. And breathe out. And you can extend your legs as well and just give them a little, rub your knees slightly. And today we will have a Dharma talk by Steve Hadcock, JungHyun. And the title of his talk is called The Teaching Moment. So please bring your palms together to welcome him.
Good morning. Can you hear me okay in the back? Okay, wonderful. So, my talk is entitled A Teachable Moment. But first, I'm going to start with a teaching mantra that was taught to me some time ago. Tell them what you're going to teach them that, then tell them what you have taught them. There, that's my Dharma talk, thank you. Shortest Dharma talk ever. But seriously, I come from a family of educators. My mother was a fourth grade teacher, and in the same school which I attended. Of course, I was a very good student. Yes, she knew how well I was doing in school, hearing it from her fellow colleagues. My sister went to college as well to be a teacher. She taught for a few years, but then chose to raise her 4 boys. Looking back, though, she has been a teacher her whole life, not only teaching her 4 boys, but she is active in her church, teaching there, I'm sure, and then also active in the community as well, doing a variety of different activities. After hearing that my sister was going to be a teacher, I vowed that I was not going to be a teacher, because I would have 2 teachers in the family. That's enough. Yet, with over 40 years of experience as an extension educator, it has been a wonderful and rewarding experience to me. What is the 8th part of the essential dharmas of daily practice? Open up your books to page 6. Okay. And let's recite number 8. Let us turn a reluctance to teach into a willingness to teach well. The founding master has charged us all to be teachers. When I started an extension, a supervisor of me at the time had me mention to me this phrase, teachable moments. Teachable moments are those unplanned opportunities that arise where someone can offer insight into a particular topic. These moments are not something that you plan for. They are fleeting opportunities that are sensed and capitalized on. So let's think about that a little bit for a moment. How many of you are parents? Did you ever show or explain to your child how to do something? Did you help them understand a life lesson? You were a teacher then. Have you ever shown or explained how to do something to a coworker or a friend? You are a teacher then. Yes, you may say that some of this is being a parent, a mentor, or a coach, etc. However, I view them as a teachable moment. I'm looking at this through my educator lens and feel that there is an education component to these scenarios. Speaking personally, I have had some teachable moments here at the One Dharma Center. For example, talking to someone after a Dharma service, sharing during a Dharma discussion, conversation during lunch, during a retreat, or a conversation with a cumonym. Have you thought of these instances as being teachable moments? Many of these instances are also what could be called peer learning. From my experience as an extension educator, this method can be some of the most effective means to teach someone. Farmers enjoy learning from other farmers because they're listening to someone who has tried something, and that person will share whether it worked out or not. Founding Master Sotasan encourages us to be peer learning as well, to use peer learning as well. I quote, "In the future, if there are people who again ask who my teacher is, I will answer that I am their teacher and that they are my teacher." So, Founding Master is telling us to teach and learn from one another, to find those teachable moments so that we can help each other grow in our practice. Now, a little bit of education theory from andragogy. It is the principle of scaffolding. The principle of scaffolding is about providing learners with the support they need at the start of the learning process, gradually removing that support as they become more competent. This approach is based on the idea that people learn best when they can build on their existing knowledge and skills, and when they are given the opportunity to practice and apply new skills in a supportive environment. So think about a teachable moment. Depending on how long you have been a Won Buddhist practitioner, at least even if it's been for a month or so, you have some knowledge, you have some skills as being a Won Buddhist, and you can share those with others. So we can be supportive of one another as well, to be able to support and promote teachable moments between each of us. Okay, this is the audience participation part of the Dharma talk. How many disciples did Founding Master Sotasan have at the beginning? This is audience participation, folks. Come on, tell me. 9, yes, okay. So, I would imagine that during the talks, obviously one Founding Master was teaching intently and often his 9 disciples, but I could imagine that during times that they were not with the Founding Master, that they were sharing and talking with each other, trying to help each of the other to understand the meaning of what the Founding Master was trying to tell them. So that collectively, either in groups of 2 or all 9 together, they were working together to deepen and have a deeper understanding of what it meant to be a Won Buddhist. So I share this because I hope it emphasizes the importance of peer learning. Your knowledge and understanding of the scriptures or Won Buddhism is something that you can share with others and help them on their journey as a Won Buddhist practitioner. This does not mean that you only apply your practice of teachable moments to Won Buddhism, but to all aspects of life, your life as well. So the 8th part of the essential dharmas of daily practice says that we should teach well. Wow, that is a big expectation and could be potentially intimidating. Let's remember what the 7th part says. Let's recite the 7th, number 7 together. Let us turn the reluctance to learn into a willingness to learn well. I believe that the Founding Master purposefully arranged it in this way to encourage us to learn the Dharma, learn from our personal practice, and how to teach others as well. Not only are we to help teach one another, but we also to learn from one another as well. So we have the 9 essentials of daily what? Practice. Yes, very good. Okay, you all passed. The founding master is also encouraging us to practice these each day. An old 4-H motto, while I was in 4-H a couple years ago, was learn by doing. It has meant much to me, and I need to, when I have to practice something and learn how to do it. Here's an example, for example, is when I prepare for a Dharma talk. I often explore the scriptures, which is the doing part, to learn what what might be useful to share during the Dharma talk. This is an opportunity for me to deepen my understanding of the scripture, and then also learn a way to communicate to others what the scripture is telling me, at least, and hopefully would inspire others during a Dharma talk. Here's another example. Learning to drive a car. How do you practice for your driving test? By driving under the supervision of someone. Then, as a parent, you become the teacher, and you provide the instruction and guidance to your child on how to safely drive a car and pass their test, or it may be even a friend. So, I hope I have raised your awareness and to look and hope you will look for those teachable moments going forward. You may not think of yourself as a teacher, but you are. Founding Master Sotasan encourages us to teach others, that we should practice learning and teaching every day, along with the other 7 daily habits or daily essential dharmas of daily practice. And by educating others, it is also a way to practice the 9th part of the daily practice, which is to let us turn a lack of public spirit into an eagerness to serve the good of all. You know, teaching is a public service, and it's something that you can freely share with others. So, I hope that I have been successfully used the teaching mantra during my Dharma talk today, and hope that it has inspired you to be aware of teachable moments in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you for reminding us of the value of community, and that we are all students and we are all teachers if we have open heart and open mind. So let us now open up our booklets to page 6 so we can read all of the essentials, the essential dharmas of daily practice, and that will be led by Pete Sun Young.
Essential Dharmas of Daily Practice. 1. The mind is originally free from disturbance, but disturbances arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the equanimity of our true nature by letting go of disturbances. 2. The mind is originally free from delusion, but delusions arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the wisdom of our true nature by letting go of delusions. 3. The mind is originally free from wrongdoing, but wrongdoings arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the precepts of our true nature by letting go of wrongdoings. 4. Let us replace disbelief, greed, laziness, and ignorance with belief, zeal, questioning, and dedication. 5. Let us turn resentment into gratitude. 6. Let us turn dependency into self-reliance. 7. Let us turn reluctance to learn into willingness to learn well. 8. Let us turn reluctance to teach into willingness to teach well. 9. Let us turn lack of public spirit into eagerness to serve the good of all.
So I have a few announcements to make. So we have our last call for our retreat, journaling retreat, as a way to nurture inner peace. And this is a tool, it's a tool for self-love. It's on April 11th, so starting this Thursday, and it goes till Sunday the 14th. Then we have another retreat. This is on Memorial Day weekend. And it is Your Life is Your Practice. And that is from May 24th to May 27th. And you can find more information about these online on our website. And the last is, this is a online course. There's many online courses happening every few months or so. And this is through the Won Buddhism Continuing Education. So WBS, Continuing Education, at the Won Institute in Philadelphia. So Living Well, Dying Well, with Reverend In Sun Park. So now we're going to have a few moments of Dharma conversation. So we'll get to break up in groups of maybe 3 or 4. So if you can find your neighbors next to you and have conversation, we'll get to talk about number 8, number 7, number 8, and our teaching moments. So if you can find your neighbors. It's loud. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry.